All right, and my biggest con with this new iPhone 17 Pro Max is I did actually scratch it. Hello everybody and welcome to it. Today we're going to be yapping and talking about the iPhone 17 Pro Max. I've had it for over a month now, which is crazy to think about, and I figured it was time to finally sit down and tell you guys my thoughts and review and if you guys should upgrade. I made some caramel apple cider because it is fall. Finally cold here in Indiana and it's actually like really cold. So we're warming up with that. But yeah, basically today I'm going to give you guys a fast and honest breakdown of the iPhone 17 Pro Max. What's new, what surprised me, what I have not been enjoying and have been having issues with, and just all the tea. So let's go ahead and get right on into this. All right, first let's talk about the design and the feel. So I obviously got the Pro Max size, so it's very large. Here's how it looks in my hand. I also have really tiny hands. It's actually almost the size of my hand. So that's what it looks like. It is 6.9 inches long, so it's definitely a little chunky, and it's also a little bit heavier, but honestly, I don't really mind. I haven't really had any issues at all with it being too heavy. Obviously, I have the silver finish here, so here's what it looks like. I really don't even notice the different color when I'm looking at it in person. Like if I angle it like that, you can see this is silver and this is almost like a frosted white. But when I'm looking at it in person, I truly don't notice it or care as much, so really don't mind. But I know on other colors, like the orange, I think it's very drastic. And as far as the coating, because it is aluminum now instead of the titanium that we had in the previous models, I did actually scratch it. It was definitely my own fault though. As you guys have seen in some of my other short form content, I decorated the plateau, which is this raised part right here. It's been called the plateau. I put stickers all over it, and I didn't put a protective barrier because I don't want to put glass stickers over the cameras. I'm scared it's gonna mess with the quality. I don't know. So I didn't want to get one of those. So I put it straight on the plateau. And then it came time to take the stickers off, and I could not get these stickers off. I was using Goo Gone and just like little Q-tips trying to get it all off, and it was not coming off. So I did get out a kitchen knife and I was slowly, very carefully scraping each sticker off, and it was working so fine. And like one of the last few, I accidentally nicked the aluminum just a smidge. It's truly not even that big of a scratch. Right there. It's camera barely picking up, but right there. So I did scratch it already, of course, but again, my own fault. But I haven't had any like actual scratching issues like I've seen lots of people posting about, so glad about that. As far as the display goes, it is a brighter display, which I have noticed when I was walking out in LA. In the bright sunshine, I was able to see my screen still a lot better, which was really nice. I know a lot of people never know between which iPhone model to get. I always do the Pro Max because I just love having a larger space to look at, so that is something that I love about the iPhone 17 Pro Max is that I have so much space to edit on and look at and see and watch videos. So I don't regret going with the Pro Max. I love it a lot. We spend a lot of time together. As far as performance and battery life with the iPhone 17 Pro Max, it has the A19 chip, which means it's nice and fast. I haven't had any issues fastness wise, I guess. And then it also has the new chamber cooling in it, vapor chamber cooling, which basically helps the heat of your iPhone like disperse around the phone, I believe, if I'm correct, so that it doesn't overheat as much. I don't think I've had an issue with it being hot at all, which has been so nice because I know last year when I got my 16 Pro Max, that thing was hot at the most random times. Like when I was plugged into my Apple CarPlay, it was so hot. So I'm very glad I haven't had any issues with overheating, even when doing like heavy load stuff like playing games or editing or exporting. It's still been pretty good. And as far as battery life, I've been very impressed with the battery life. I know, honestly, a lot of the times when I get a new phone, the battery life is so good the first few months and then it starts to quickly decline. So we'll see. But for now, I'm still living my best life with the amazing battery life. It lasts me all day. I usually end the day with about like somewhere to between 20 to 30% depending on how much I was on it during the day. There will be some days where I was on my phone all day long. Like right now it's 5 p.m. and I'm at 31% and I've been on my phone a ton today. So I feel like it's nice, especially I do wedding content creation. So I go work wedding days and I shoot all of the content on the iPhone for the bride and groom to be able to have right away the next day. It's just kind of like a low pressure addition to the wedding day. And it's been so great for that. I've had to not carry around 5 battery chargers like I did in the past. So very happy with it for my work wise. Next, let's talk about the cameras. Wow, look at how nice and beautiful those are. It's fun to like catch the light and see deep into the technology in there. I think that's so fun. But guys, I've been loving the cameras. I upgrade each year, honestly, just because I know the camera is always something that they try to make better. So I always want to have the nicest, newest camera, with this being my line of work. But I've been loving it. I love zooming on these phones. I feel like I use Zoom a ton, especially on the wedding days. Like I had mentioned, that's what I do. And it's so nice. I also love the new features. The dual camera videos are so much fun. I forget to do it a lot of the time, but when I do remember, it is so much fun. I did it a bit when I was in LA and that was really fun. I almost did it. My childhood best friend got married and I was like sobbing. And so when she did her like, you may kiss the bride thing, I had it set on dual camera, but to like film her coming back down the aisle and like my reaction too, but then I panicked. I was scared that like I wouldn't be able to get the angle right. So I quickly changed it back to just normal video right before. So I feel like it's so fun in certain circumstances like that or like concerts. And then I have also been using the whole take a horizontal selfie but having your phone vertical. That is so nice. And the whole new front camera being nicer is also so much nicer. Again, as a creator, always taking selfies and vlogging and stuff, so it's just nice to have upgraded cameras. But I'm definitely still playing around trying to find the best settings with photos. I play around a lot right here. There's the 24 megapixel or 48 megapixel. I also know some people do RAW. It just takes up so much space. So I've been playing around in different circumstances trying to see which is best. Okay, now we're going to do a quick round of all of my pros and cons listed out really quick. I will say I have one con that's been driving me absolutely insane. So we will get to that here in a second. Okay, pros. First, absolute powerhouse with the A19 chip. So fast, so efficient. No overheating with the vapor cooling chamber. So nice. Love the camera upgrades and the new features, especially on the front camera and just the fun new things that they added. And I've been seeing all the different content that people make with like the ProRes, log, raw footage stuff, and it's insane. I'm too scared to try it because I see it takes up so much space, but it's really cool that an iPhone can do all of that. And then of course, the battery life is so good so far. We'll see about that and how that keeps going. But not everything has me very excited. Here are my cons. The price, it is so expensive for a phone. This was $1,710.93. I did get the 1 terabyte version because I run out of storage so quickly, again, with my line of work. So probably not the same for everybody, but the price is definitely steep. I am going to say the scratchability, the scratching issues. Obviously, I literally did that myself, but I have seen so many things about scratches being an issue with this phone. But truly, if you wear a case, I don't really think you should have too many issues as long as you're not a silly goose like me and put stickers on your plateau and then use a knife to take them off. So another con is the heaviness. But again, if you're considering getting this phone, I would definitely recommend just going into a store and feeling it, seeing what you think. If it's too heavy for you, then maybe consider other models like just the base model or older generations of the phone. But again, it's not like a crazy huge con for me personally. All right, and my biggest con with this new iPhone 17 Pro Max is my CarPlay has not worked ever since I got this phone. Every time I plug in my phone to my Apple CarPlay on my Jeep, it's a 2021 Jeep Cherokee, it'll work for the first like 2 to 5 minutes and then it will just start cutting out, completely like disconnecting for 30 seconds to a minute at a time, and then maybe, if I'm lucky, reconnecting. So that has been driving me absolutely insane, especially when I'm driving. I drive all the time. I live in Indiana in the middle of nowhere, so I have to drive usually 4 hours round trip each time I go work a wedding down in Indianapolis. And listening to my audiobook, but it cutting out every 2 to 5 minutes during my 4-hour drives has me losing my absolute mind. I don't know if it's the iPhone 17 or if it's the iOS 26. I don't think it's iOS 26 because my old 16 Pro Max with iOS 26 worked just fine for like the week that I used it before I upgraded. So I don't know. I don't even know what to do about it. So if anybody has heard of this issue or has any tips on what to try, please let me know because I tried doing lots of things already and it's driving me absolutely insane. It's not like a huge deal. Obviously there's bigger problems in the world, but I would just think that my brand new phone would work with my relatively new car. It's not like my car is super, super old. So I don't know. That's my biggest con. The thing has been driving me nuts. So whether or not you should buy this new phone right here, obviously do tons more research and don't just take my opinion for this. But if you're a content creator, YouTuber, vlogger, and you just want the brightest, smoothest, longest lasting iPhone, then I feel like this is a yes. And if you have an older model like the 14 or 15 or lower than that, I think it also is a good idea to think about upgrading. Again, cameras, speed, efficiency, all of it. But if you already own the iPhone 16 Pro Max, honestly, you're probably fine with skipping and waiting for the iPhone 18, iPhone 19. Isn't that insane? Just thinking about the iPhone 18. But yeah, if you're not like dying for better zoom and better performance, then you might not feel the difference if you upgraded. So here we have the aesthetic powerhouse, but with a premium price tag. I cannot lie, I'm obsessed. I'm always going to be obsessed with whatever the newest technology is. It's just no better feeling. I love just like the security and knowing that I have the best camera and the best performance for my job. So with all this information that you guys learned today, let me know in the comments, would you be upgrading or are you staying loyal to your current phone and waiting for next year or years to come? Don't forget to subscribe if you love cozy tech and customization videos. I will be customizing this phone here soon for November in this upcoming week. So make sure to stay tuned and stick around for that video when it comes out. Comment the iPhone emoji, of course, if you've made it all the way this far, so I know who made it to the end of the video. And obviously, we've been talking about our iPhone today. Big topic here. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!